Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is Jayanti. Hi Pam. Hi Anushka. Today we have somebody who is super fun, so positive. She is a complete travel person, I would say. She has if I'll portray it in proper manner, I would say she has traveled 40 countries, 5 continents, 40 cities, and recently she just traveled 40 cities in 57 days, around 12,000 kilometers. I believe this is going to be super amazing chat today. So are you guys ready? Let's call her and let's ask her to join us, and let's start with our chat in a moment. Let me just ask her to add us. Hi Smriti, she's already on board. So Smriti, she's the one who is completely a travel person. Hi Smriti.
Good to see your face.
Same here, same here. How's everything?
It's an exciting morning. That's something new to do.
Oh yes, definitely for sure. So I was just saying that you are one person who's always happy, super positive. You are a complete travel enthusiast, like
Yes.
who traveled recently 40 cities in just 57 days, around 12,000, more than 12,000 kilometers, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I need to show you the map. This is how you travel, and it's a road trip, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Crazy.
The
That's
husband and
amazing.
I drove. That's it. We had our car packed with really comfortable back support for our seats. We had a little bed made on the back seat in case we wanted to stretch our legs for those long
Okay.
drives. Yeah, it was a life-changing experience.
I'm sure, 40 cities, and I'm sure you must have seen, and you called it, it's an incredible India project,
Yeah.
of yours.
Yeah. It
So
was
I
called.
really want to know more about it. What comes to your mind? When did you started thinking that, okay, let's go and travel these cities in just this much amount of time, or how this thing came to your mind?
So Jayanti, to be very honest, I think people think that travel includes a lot of planning. I have not been a planner ever since I was a kid. I've not got a 5-year plan or any plans. Like I listen to my
Right.
gut, I impulses and my instincts, and I take measured steps to accomplish whatever I feel like doing at the moment. Um, so so my husband was turning 40. I had done 40 countries,
Okay.
and we were moved from Chennai back to Gurgaon. So instead
All
of
right.
just moving back, we thought, okay, let's celebrate your birthday. You've married a traveler, so the best gift I can give you is let me drive you through 40 cities across this country. So that's when it
Are you
started.
It's a unique kind of gift. You can give it to someone or
Yeah,
the other.
Las Vegas and all that is passe. Like it's so passe now.
So,
So I wanted to see this country. India is glorious. I mean, it's our geography, whether it's
right.
our history, whether it's our civilization, whether it's our people. I mean, think of anything that you learned in geography, from plateaus to rivers to streams to brooks to seas to backwaters to mountains. We've got it
Oh
all.
God.
Forests are incredible, are incredible, our deserts are incredible, our beaches are amazing, and there's nothing that this country doesn't
Amazing.
have,
And I
except
was just checking,
the
you have
sorry.
traveled. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying that, I was just like amazed to see that you have traveled from New Delhi to Chennai
No,
on
so we
road.
went from Chennai to New Delhi. That's what we did. And even that
Oh,
map has an interesting story. So normally you would take like a straight route up, right? Like you'd go
Right.
westwards and come towards Delhi. And I took about 2 weeks to plan that out. And
Okay.
it was still like a surprise gift kind of deal with the husband. I showed it to him after this whole 2 weeks of planning for him. He just looked
Right.
at it and he just said, but we've seen most of Rajasthan. You've been to Gujarat. Why are we going westwards? We've not seen the east. Let's go eastwards. And I'm looking at him like, that's 2 weeks of my work. Very right.
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
planned making sure that we skipped all the places that we had seen, and everything that I'd read in my history books was included somehow, from Ajanta, Ellora to Hampi to Assam, Meghalaya for Cherrapunji, because it was the place with the highest
Wow.
rainfall. Love the rainfall. So yeah, it's a simple map when you look at it, but it had a lot of thought behind wanting to cover and see everything from Bhubaneswar to everything that we could. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. As in, like, what I believe, like, when we have to go for a 1 day or 2 day trip, we have to plan completely. Like, we have to go for the reservation, staying, everything. Like,
Yeah.
what to watch, what not to do, where to eat, where not to eat, and everything, which place to
Yeah.
visit. So, like, how did you manage for your 57 days off, and, like, you're going randomly and no planning required? How did you do that?
So I only planned the destinations, and there were three basic rules that Suraj and I followed. One,
All
any
right.
day we were driving for more than 8 hours, we would
Mm-hmm.
take a 2 for sure, because the
Okay.
body would. Second was, there is no rule on how much time we want to spend in a city. For example, we landed up in Bhopal. Now, when you say Bhopal, only the gas tragedy pictures come into your mind. But actually, Bhopal turned out to be one of the prettiest places we saw. It's a city of lakes. Like, it has gorgeous lakes. It has amazing forest reserves, and the property we were staying at was amazing. So instead of like one
Wow.
night, we ended up spending 3 full days, like 2 nights and 3 days.
All
So we
right.
got that permission that if the place was incredible, then we'd stay there for as long as we wanted. Um, Varanasi, for example, Banaras was. I did want to go to Banaras, and then a friend had another friend who had a hotel there with amazing history. So instead of staying there for 2 nights like we had planned, we ended up spending 3 nights there, because Banaras just was, I mean, everything you can see in the pictures, it doesn't do any justice, because in pictures, you're only satisfying your need with your eyes. And when you travel,
Right.
you satisfy yourself with all your five senses.
Exactly.
Um, yes, see, Bhopal surprised. Yeah. Hi, Vidya. Hey, Tanvi, happy birthday.
Oh, happy
Uh,
birthday, Tanvi.
so yeah,
Yes.
it was, Banaras was a huge surprise. So many cities were a huge surprise. So yeah, and some of them, well, weren't. And um, in this time where everybody is so hypersensitive and hyper reactive, it is important um, to demarcate between your experience
Right.
and a generalization. You
Right.
can have a bad experience, but you can't generalize a city or a people because of that bad experience. Um, we did have a couple of bad experiences. Of course, we would. Like in 57 days, anyway, in normal life, also, you'd have a couple of bad experiences.
Right. 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 Absolutely.
The city or the people for it, it was just a bad day. It was just a bad day, and we ran into a bad station, and that's about it. No point saying that, oh, this city is terrible, and no, no, we shouldn't generalize. So yeah,
I
that's
am
another
sure.
important thing we learned.
I'm sure. So, Smriti, like, your Instagram handle say travel boots. So, how did you
Yeah,
come to, like, how did this came in your mind that, I want to be a travel blogger, and that too a solo travel blogger. So, what is, like,
yeah.
when you decided to get into this blogging genre?
So there are lots of stories, but I'll tell you the cream of it.
Yeah.
Um, I've had a couple of really nasty accidents, and
Okay.
and the family is very protective of me for those reasons, obviously.
Mhm. Right.
um, I live with the family, and you know that they're always like, और कुछ ना हो जाए ना उससे, like तू ये मत कर, तू, they are, and I understand they're being protective, but
Right.
short spurts of travel that I'd do on my own, whether it was while I was sailing with my husband on the ship, that I'd go into the cities and the ports and explore them on my own,
Mhm.
or while I was working and living in England for about a few years. So every weekend I would just rush to explore every part of England that I could. Like I've seen
Okay.
every part of England, from the Notting Hill to everything, right? And those
Mhm.
for those 2 3 days just felt very liberating in a very wholesome manner, Jayanti. It felt like I could eat whatever I wanted, I could see whatever I wanted, I could go to a city and which had 50 things to show and just sit at one and spend the entire day just looking at that one thing and making an experience out of it instead of being with somebody who'd want more. Um,
Really.
so, so that kind of got me addicted to the whole solo travel bit. It's
Yeah.
taught me so much about myself. Like um, everybody while I was studying in college used to say like beaches are the best fun, but I explored that I'm actually not a beach person at all. I'm a mountain and freshwater river kind of person. So I love about myself. The
Right.
story writing started in 2014. I had come back from a trip across US for a whole month. I'd done East Coast to West Coast.
Okay.
And I just came back with these incredible stories about the place, about the people I met. And just one friend very randomly ended up saying that, you'll forget these stories, write them down.
Right.
And that's it. The Traveling Boots name comes from a song called These Boots Were Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra, which
Oh, all
I
right.
from I think childhood. Like that was always my song. Like these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
So
Um,
I believe
and
you're living your dream right now.
yeah, I am. God's been very kind to me. God's been very kind. I cannot take that away.
Right, right.
So
So
yeah,
I believe you started your this project, like Incredible India. So
yeah.
which destination you prefer the most? Like you want to go again.
Oh, so many. Oh, so many. Um, we'd go back in a heartbeat to Banaras, to Bhopal, to Kerala, lots of places in Kerala. Tamil Nadu as a state, for some reason, doesn't promote its tourism as much as it should, because what we've seen is amazing. And I'm heartbroken that nobody's even heard the names of those places.
I'm
We
sure.
across. I still have to see so many of the Seven Sisters in the East. So many, so many.
I am sure completely. So there will be like one place where you would really want to go again, and or you want to maybe share it with anyone that you should go and visit this place because it's very beautiful, or the food is really good, or the scenes are really amazing, or something.
Sure. So for food, I'd say go to Kerala. You do not know how amazing Kerala is when it comes to
Really?
yeah. Food, Kerala, hands down.
Okay.
Uh, for for basic, I think that the time requires for us to travel to places like Ajanta and Ellora for us to
All
understand
right.
where we come from. Ajanta was made in 200 BC.
Okay. All right.
That's how old our civilization is, and it's 36 or 38 caves which have different mudras of Gautam Buddha.
All right.
And again, it was made at a time when there was no light, no electronic devices, no drilling machines, nothing. They are made with hand.
Wow.
And the paint is still there. Some of the
Okay.
places still have the paint, and they had used natural paint. And
Wow.
the entire cave has, like, every cave had a reason, has a different mudra of Gautam Buddha. Um, and it's not for religious context, just to understand how amazing a people we were. We were capable of building something that has lasted thousands of years and it's still intact. You know,
Right.
amazing of people we are. And there's this one part in the cave where on the ceiling you'll see a man and woman both carrying stones to build the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And another pillar has another picture where the man is pressing the feet of the woman.
Okay. All right.
That was that's what our civilization was about. That women were not pressing the feet of men. It is carved in stone that the man is pressing the feet of the woman. You know, these are, I still get goosebumps that that's what we were. And coming to an age where, you know, being a solo traveler gives you a very different perspective on every place, because when you travel with someone, you also have to take care of their needs, right? Like now you're a team.
Exactly.
So you end up taking care of each other. But when you travel solo, instead of being inwards, you're more outwards. You're open to more experiences. More people will come and talk to you because you don't seem occupied with another person.
Right.
And that's where the stories are. You know, that's where you're connecting with the real
And
people.
I
Yeah.
believe
So
that's why we call it, like, it's incredible India. They have
yeah,
such a
yeah. So
rich
I want
culture, I would say.
on my own, but it is also a fact that India's population is not ready for a woman solo traveler.
Okay.
It is true, and I accept it with all humility. And a lot of people end up saying that, oh, not everyone is like that. But the fact that it takes one rotten apple to ruin and scar a woman for
Exactly.
life has to be accepted and just embraced now. So yeah, we've had all
So
these
on that
experiences,
note,
and
I,
oh, yeah,
I was I was just saying that on that particular note, when you're saying that, Indian mentality still, they are not accepting women to be a solo traveler.
yeah.
So, I'm sure you must have faced a lot of challenges while, going forward. And it's been how long that you are into this, and what are your challenges till now? Are you facing challenges right now as well?
No.
Hi everyone for joining, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
so much for
everyone.
being a part of it.
All the
Yes,
hard
please
work.
continue. Oh,
Um,
yes.
uh, so on a personal level, no. I've had a
Okay.
very encouraging, supporting family. My friend circle has been absolutely Yahoo. Uh, but we also have to accept that I live in a bubble of people who are like-minded around me.
Right.
Um, the only, when you do put yourself out on social media, you do make yourself vulnerable to some extremely unwanted opinions. And
Right.
I hate to say this, that you have to just accept it, because I'm not the kind of person who just accepts anything wrong. But there's only
Mhm.
so much of my energy that I can give to them. So internationally, honestly, yes, of course, I will not deny that when you travel solo, there will be people who will hit on you, and will try to make friends with you with their own intentions. But as long as you know how to take care of yourself and you know how to say no, which is another thing I've learned in my solo travels, is how to say no, and without offending somebody. And if something is making me uncomfortable, how to just say, please stop, you're making me uncomfortable. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
realize how strong these words are and how simply they can be said, that please stop, you're making me uncomfortable.
Right.
But standing too close, I mean, we, as Indian girls, we are taught that, just walk away, walk away, walk away, when we should
Exactly.
have taught to turn it down and just say, no, you are making me uncomfortable, you step away, why should I walk away? As simple as,
Absolutely. Absolutely right. Right.
so yeah, hi Kunal. So yeah, that's been my experience, and I really, really believe that um, we had a couple of terrible experiences even on this road trip,
Mhm.
um, but they were of a whole different, horrendous level. And the thing is, my husband had heard of women being abused and harassed. He'd never seen it for real or experienced it, and when a terrible incident did happen,
Mhm.
uh, I had become used to it, and I know how to deal with it. And as long as I have expressed my anger in that moment, I can move
Okay.
on. Because for me, I've had closure. But he saw this for the first time happen to his own wife, in spite of him standing next to me. And that had shaken him up for a really long time. And
Okay.
I'm a very, very calm person. He's really lovely. Now, if he even sees someone look at someone else for too long, he is just standing there, guard, saying, "Why are you staring?" And that's the kind of emotions we need to evoke in our youth, that says that
Right.
not all men are like that, because you need to stand up with that woman when you see a man like that, because you all have seen it. So do something about
Exactly.
it. When you see something,
Exactly.
do something. So yeah, that.
Absolutely right. Perfectly fine. In this, first of all, thanks, Ginny. Thanks, Anushka. Thanks, everyone, again,
I
for
would
the
love how.
lovely. And yeah, like, you are absolutely right, because nowadays the mentality of our Indian society, or any society, I would say, they'll think that, why she's doing this, right? And why
Yeah,
she's going so ahead. Like, they don't accept, or they can't digest this, like, a girl can do so much, or a girl can be a solo traveler, a girl can be at that point of, like, here at like on that height. So they have something, they want to pull it down, they'll do something or the other. It's still there, like, whether they'll say that, women and men, they are going hand in hand, and whatever the case is, but still there are some, I guess, glass ceiling, what we call it.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
still there.
And you're saying it beautifully. And I did go through that. I did go through, like,
Right.
but for me, I'm just looking at them actually saying, if I had a passion towards painting, will I
Right.
need to take permission from society to paint? Similarly, I have a
Exactly.
passion to travel. Why will I need the permission of a society, or
Exactly.
any that matter, to travel? It's what my passion is towards. So no, I don't even want to get into that discussion, because um, and we do need to. I understand we need to, but I like to do that in a situation where I know that the exchange is going to be constructive and not someone barking down on me.
Right.
Um, so yeah, it we're Jayanti, you have to understand that society will not change while we ask men to change it. They don't
Right.
understand all the emotions we feel. They don't understand that when a man flashes or man touches us inappropriately, we remember that bad moment for the rest of our life, and how scarring it is to us. They
Exactly.
can't
Mhm.
comprehend it. We
Right.
have to start saying no. Society will change when women start saying no. That, no, you can't take this decision for me. This is my life. No, you can't do this. You can't tell me. When women start saying no, is when the society will change. It's not
Will
going to
change.
be when
Absolutely right.
giving us permissions, because you take permission from somebody you put at a higher pedestal. Like your father when you were a child, your teachers because you wanted to go to the toilet or take a leave. You only take permission from people you put at a higher post, but you shouldn't be taking
Exactly.
from a society which you're an equal part of, or your
Right.
marriage where you're partners. So we have to change the society. Women have to change the society, one no at
Exactly.
a time.
Oh, completely. So coming back to that travel zone. So I believe now it's a pandemic, like, it's COVID-19. Because of the current situation, it's very difficult to go out. And
Yeah,
I recommend everyone not to go out anywhere
yeah,
until or unless it's very important for you guys. But
yeah.
what's your take? What are you doing? You being a travel blogger, influencer, so staying at home and not doing what you supposed to, or you love doing it. So how it feels, and how you are just coping up, staying at home in this point of time.
So just like everyone else, it's not been easy. It's been
Yes.
very new. It's
Right.
been challenging. Nothing could have prepared us for this. And it's gone on for a time which is unbelievable. Like, it's been months and months and months. I was actually, so my husband's a sailor, so he was sailing. So I was away from him since November last year, and I saw him after like 8 months because he was stuck on the ship because
Oh,
all flights canceled. So I was actually all alone in my house, um, which I can manage. I'm quite used to being on my
I'm
own. But when
sure.
you tell a person that you can't go out, is when your wings start fluttering. You're like, no, now I feel like going out. So a lot of people dealt with it in their own ways. For me, initially it was let it go, just pass my time, just see whatever I can do, somehow kill my time.
Right.
Um, and then my mind started going in really, really negative places because of the situation I was in. And my mind wasn't in my control. Normally, everybody says mind matters and mind over body. For me, mind wasn't working because my mind was in a negative place. So,
Okay.
what I did, I started walking inside my house. I started killing myself physically. I could walk 12 kilometers inside my house from
Oh
one
God.
bathroom other. I would just keep going back and forth, not sit. I would cook the most laborious dishes so that it would consume my time and I would take a longer time to chop things and cook things. And, I was doing everything to tire my body so
Right.
that I could sleep well. Because, like I said, my mind was in a not so good place. So,
Right.
so that's what worked for me. And I think this pandemic you need to pick out what you learn out of it. So go inwards. You can't go outwards. So go inwards. Figure out what there's something new in you that you don't know. There's a lot of you that you don't know.
Exactly.
Explore
Exactly.
that and
Right.
be silly about it. So many people have suddenly developed a huge affection towards plants, and there's a whole trend called plant mom,
Right.
um, which is good because
Exactly.
uh, touching the mud, the plants, it gives you something very positive to interact with.
Absolutely.
People have got pets, their exercise, do whatever,
Right.
any figure it out, but don't just become a couch potato because that's a really, really negative thing. So
I believe, before this COVID thingy happened, like people
yeah,
were so busy that they forgot that they have their own life. They forgot themselves, right? But now
yeah,
I believe like God has given them a time that, dude, now you sit at home,
yep,
think, and imagine, or believe in yourself and just think and rethink, what are you, what exactly you want, and if you are
yeah.
lacking somewhere, work on it. That's what. And
The unreliability of planning. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big planner. I had a couple of accidents, and every time I had planned my life, it was going that way. Some terrible accident had happened, and it's not just once; it's happened a few times where, all my plans were just smashed, and I was stuck to the bed for months and months and months. And since then, I believe that you and I can make a plan, but God's got a better plan. There was this whole trend of everybody saying I'm really busy, and everybody thought it was really cool, and it was required for you to be busy,
right,
to be earning a living. Spending time away from family was the only way to earn your bread. But who are you earning for?
exactly.
Who are you for? And every day you've missed, you keep thinking, oh, at 40 I'm gonna do this, 50 I'm gonna do this. भाई
Never.
पता ही नहीं है जिंदगी करोगे कि नहीं.
आपको पता नहीं है what gonna happen in 5 minutes. So just live to the moment. Live at the moment right
Yeah,
now. Just
I'm not
enjoy the
saying
moment.
can be stupid about it, but all these long-term plans, no, 50% do right now. So that when you're stuck in a pandemic like I am, or we all are, I at least have these incredible memories to keep me company, Jayanti. These memories and just going through old pictures itself has been such a healing process for me. It's worked. That, hey, if shit goes down, then I've still lived a really good life. I'm very happy of what I've done. I've literally whatever's come to my mind, God's made it possible for me to achieve it. So let me count my blessings. And that used to be something I reminding people that count your blessings right now.
Oh yes.
Um, if you have even one person to talk to, even if you hate that person and you're stuck with that person in the house, count that as a blessing because there's a person who's stuck alone.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I believe, this is the best time to know yourself well and to
Yeah,
work on yourself only right now and
yeah,
feel blessed that you are where, as compared to other people, they don't have that much things as well. So just feel blessed. right now
Yeah.
and stay at home. So,
Yeah.
like, after this COVID, like, what, I don't know, like, when these things will get fine. I don't know how much time it will take to be, like, better or normal life. As
Yeah.
the, like, people are saying that this is the new normal, that people are going out and they
I
accepted that there's a problem, so there's a problem. मुझे खाना है, मुझे खाना है, मुझे घूमना है, मुझे घूमना है. I don't care, like,
love you, Reema Julka. Love.
So, yeah, and so after this COVID, like, what are your future plans? I know it's too early to say anything right now. So do you plan something out of it right now, maybe on digital platform or maybe somewhere or the other? Because, like, being a blogger, you must be having your plan B, what you have to do and where you have to go and what's your journey now.
Janki, I don't think travel will stop. I think the way we travel will stop. I think
Right,
the considerations we used to have will stop.
right.
Um, Again, after 40 India, that the whole incredible India drive, it was, we did confess to each other, or at least I confess that, um, people only get excited when I used to say that I've traveled to 40 countries abroad, and I was a victim of the same narrative that only when you travel abroad are you the cool sheikh. Um,
Right.
I now, after traveling through 40 cities, have realized that, oh my God, no, I need to talk about this country because there's so many places that you can
Oh,
safely drive to instead of exposing
exactly.
yourself to so many, flying problems.
Right.
Um, and the whole process of going in, coming out, and hours of staying inside. A car is a much safer environment for you to control what you're exposed to. If it's a crowded
Right.
place, stay inside and order in, because there's a Swiggy, there is Airbnb, there's all kinds of options for you to make your life
Right.
as in a constructive manner. So
So on
um,
that part, I guess we have another question from Ashish, that which place, which destination to visit in Karnataka. So if you
Hampi,
have,
Hampi, please visit Hampi. It is known for its temple ruins, and when you do go to Hampi, please, please, please hire a guide, because there is so much beauty, and each
okay,
stone story. There is a story behind everything.
wow,
Uh, Placement of everything, the why there was that big wheel over there, why is everything
okay,
has a beautiful story. So in Karnataka, please visit Hampi. It is gorgeous. There's another place called Sintakore. It's a short drive away from Karwar, and it is a private island in India.
okay. So I hope, Ashish, you're listening
Yeah,
to what you have asked for. You got your answer. And if anyone else will be having, please ask. We'll definitely gonna
yeah.
answer.
Yes, we will.
Right. So, so Smriti, any advice you want to give it to our budding, like, bloggers who started or who will be starting in future,
Yeah,
or something or the other, like, how to go ahead and how to be calm at this point of time.
yeah. Um, my only advice to budding bloggers, travel bloggers, in fact, bloggers
Travel
of any
bloggers.
stream, is this, that it's one thing to be passionate about something. I love dressing up. I love
Right,
doing, um, but that doesn't make me a makeup blogger, because
right,
you have a whole different level of expertise. One,
exactly.
two, you need to you need to be very sure of what you want to share.
Hmm.
What is new that you will add to people's life, what perspective will you give them with your passion. So if I love dressing up, it doesn't mean that I can become a fashion blogger. um, I think I dress fashionably, but I still don't think I have enough to share or tell
Right,
people dress up. It's the way I like to dress up. Um, and the same logic applies to travel. You loving travel is one thing, but for you to become a blogger about travel, figure that out, that what is it that you want to share? What is that different perspective that you will share with people, that people will want to listen to you? And that's where your deep science is. That's where you're, talking to yourself again is important. That, okay, I have visited a really exciting place, I want to tell people about it, is not
right,
enough.
right,
Because
right.
because that's not enough. Go to Paris and
That's
tell
not
people
it.
the Eiffel is amazing and it glitters at night. Everybody knows
Yeah.
that. Um, but what
It
else
should
can you
come
share?
from within, basically.
Sorry? Yes,
It
yes.
should come
It
from
should be
within. Like, you can't be just anything randomly.
you have to be yourself. People will catch on to you if you're trying too hard. And this best example I can give is even Kim Kardashian is so good at faking it. It comes so naturally to her that she's made a business and career out of it. But she was true to her soul and she has stayed, and it's easy for her to be herself. And that's why she is what she is. Hate her, like her, whatever. You want to know what's happening in her life. And similarly, the likes of so many other influencers are online
Right.
who are true to what they believe in. And once you know that,
Exactly.
you'll
You're,
figure the rest.
yeah,
Everything
you'll
else,
sort it. Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Absolutely. So yes, Ashish, definitely we're gonna visit Sikkim, like, whenever we'll be going next, or whenever the time allow us or the situation allow us to go
Thank
out.
you for sharing.
All right. So anything you want to give any message to the Pop Street audience or your audience, like your people, your fan, that what to do right now at this point of time?
No, I don't give advices. I only wish the best for everyone. Um, Stay away from news channels will probably be my suggestion. Uh, Please, they are designed to keep you either angry or scared. The colors that they use are used to hypnotize you, to keep watching them. Please stay away
Right.
from. They only either make you really angry or they make you really.
Exactly.
I haven't watched the TV in months and I have not missed anything. News still kind of finds a way to trickle into your life thanks to our mobile
Exactly.
and so-called smartphones.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh,
Just stay away from the negative part completely.
yeah, protect yourself. Put, I know it's been frustrating. We haven't celebrated my husband's birthday. We didn't go anywhere. My father's birthday. We're missing a lot of important days, but um, you know what? It's okay. Figure out, just go inwards, find out something new about yourself. There is a lot of you that you don't know. And thank you all for your time and listening to both of
Thank you so much, guys, for being with us and staying with us and having a we had a very great chat with you. Very fun and super exciting about the travel part and how you started and your journey and everything.
yeah
And yes, one thing for sure, guys, please stay at home at this point of time. I know it's very difficult, as Smriti mentioned, that just stay within. But
yeah
all I can say is you have the best time right now. No matter whatever happens, you are with your family, you are with your close people. If
yeah
you're not, stay safe and take care of yourself and go only when it's required, nothing else. And yes, thank you so much, Rima, Anushka, Ashish, Guinea. I hope I'm not missing out any other name. There are a lot of people are coming, time to time. So yes, thank you
yeah
so much, everyone, for being a part of this lovely conversation. Thanks, Smriti. You are
Jen,
completely a positive soul.
this is like I said, this was the exciting part of the week for me. And when you talk about your old experiences, so many other memories come back. So you've like pumped me up with a lot of positive energy today.
Yes. Thank you so much for being with us. And yes, God bless you. And I'm sure in future we'll be having more travel projects with you
Yeah,
guys, as
yeah.
for sure. Definitely.
Let's
Thank
see.
you. See you soon and talk to
Yeah,
you soon again.
thanks,
Thanks,
Jyoti.
guys. You have any question you can ask right now? We can have 1 minute. If you want to know anything, your favorite destination, which destination you should go, or anything.
Ooh, that's a lot of hearts coming in.
Oh, yes. So it's been how long that you are into this blogger, this industry?
2000, 2014.
Wow. All
Yeah,
right. It takes a lot of efforts and time to build
yeah,
yourself in this and being a strong person. Anyways, Smriti, thank you so much. And it's great to know such a strong and powerful girl like you. Stay always like this, stay positive, and God bless you.
I wish the same to you. Thanks, Jayanti.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.